What's going on? It's Dre Smith, and here's a word on resolving conflicts in your relationship, part 3. So this part of resolving conflicts in your relationship will be very hard for people. Not only hard in applying it, but hard in swallowing the pill that this is actually true. The truth is, what others may do may be a stimulus for your feelings, but it's not the cause of your feelings. The truth is that we all have the same needs and we just want our needs to be met. Unfortunately, though, most of us have never been taught to think in the terms of needs. We are accustomed to thinking about what's wrong with other people when our needs aren't met. Think about it, you're honestly a person filled with needs and you're looking for the outside world to fulfill those needs. Whether that's hunger or a need to be loved, you are looking for somebody outside of yourself to fulfill that need. Let's say you think your spouse or partner is messy, which causes you to feel some type of way. Now, while it may seem the reason that you are feeling the way you are feeling is because of them, the reality is that you have a specific need for order or cleanliness, and that person is not meeting your need. This is what I mean by others may be a stimulus for your feelings, but not the cause of your feelings. The reason that you feel the way you feel is because you have a specific need that's not being met. You can't get upset at that person because their need for order doesn't match your need for order. And if you try to communicate it in that way in which you're blaming them for your feelings, the communication will always be ineffective. So when explaining why you're feeling what you're feeling and in explaining what you need to take responsibility for your own feelings. So many relationships suffer from communication issues because they want to blame the other person for their feelings. This could also be a good indicator that you need to let someone go or move on from somebody. If you have a need for security in a relationship, that person may be showing you through their behavior that they can't meet your need. But then again, they are not the cause of your feelings, because someone else may see no problem with that same behavior. You and that person would just have a different level of need when it comes to security in a relationship. So when we put together what we learned in part 1 on observable behavior and part 2 in identifying feelings, this is an example of how the effective communication can work. Hey babe, spending money that we did not budget makes me feel terrified and troubled because I have a need for security and financial stability for us. You see, in this statement, not once did I blame my partner for the way I was feeling. I communicated a specific behavior that was happening and how it truly made me feel, and I expressed the reason that I felt that way because I have a specific need. Of course, what you do does not have to be as robotic as that, but I just want you to get the gist of not blaming the other person for your feelings. Because what you have to understand is at the end of the day, it's all about communicating effectively, not about being right or keeping it 100 or telling it how it is. If you want to communicate effectively in your relationship, you have to be able to communicate that you have a need that's not being met. And if you communicate that need in a way that's not evaluating, judging, or blaming another person, you'll be on your way to communicating effectively in your relationship. And that's a word. Thank you so much for watching this entire video. If you want to continue to receive a word, make sure you subscribe to this channel, subscribe to the podcast, and follow me on Instagram. You can also request topics, learn more about upcoming events, and learn more about what I have going on by visiting my site, itsdresmith.com. Remember, you can change your life with a simple word.